Unit 12. Jobs. Activity 1.
Accountant, architect, bank clerk, car mechanic, cashier, computer programmer, dentist, designer, doctor, engineer, estate agent, hairdresser, journalist, librarian, lorry driver, model, nurse, pilot, police officer, receptionist, sales assistant, secretary, social worker, university lecturer.
Activity 2. You will hear people describing some of the things they do at work. Listen and activities they describe. 1.
Well, when people come in to borrow some money from the bank, I have to talk to them and ask them a lot of questions about who they are, where they work, how much money they have, and so on.
2.
I meet the guests at the airport and drive them to their hotel.
3.
I spend most of my day in front of the typewriter. We have so many letters to send out every day.
4.
Well, my job is to find the right kind of house for people. They tell me what kind of house they want to buy, and I try to find them something suitable which is for sale.
5.
Well, the first thing I have to do every morning is to go round and give everyone their post.
6.
Yes, people bring in their televisions when they break, and I try to mend them.
7. As soon as each machine is made, my job is to make sure it works properly before we sell it. I have to look over each machine very carefully. 8.
I wait for the doctor's patients to phone every morning and tell me when they want to come in for an appointment.
Activity 3. You'll hear people talking about their occupations. Listen and number 6 of the occupations below from 1 to 6. 1.
Yes, it's a wonderful job. I like teaching. I also like the long summer holidays. The students are very nice too.
2.
It's an interesting job, but I often have to work long hours at the hospital. Sometimes I start work at 11 in the morning and work through till 10 in the evening.
3.
It's a good job. People come from all over the world to stay at our hotel because we're famous for our food.
4.
I've always wanted to do this kind of work. I love cars and engines. Of course, it's quite dirty work, but the money's work.
5.
It's all right. I like typing, and the people in my office are very nice to work with.
6.
I love my work. I'm able to wear all sorts of strange and beautiful costumes. And it's exciting to see photographs of myself in the theatrical magazines.
Activity 4. You'll hear people talking about the jobs they used to have and the jobs they have now. Listen and tick their present job. 1.
Yes, I really like my new job. I find it's more interesting being a nurse than a social worker.
2.
The job at the library was too boring. Now I work in a shop and I meet lots of interesting people.
3.
Well, my salary was higher when I was a driver, but I do get a lot of money in tips.
4.
I love my job. When I was at the hospital, I had to work every night. Now I just work from 9 till 5.
5.
Well, I don't work with computers anymore in my new job. I work with money. That's much more interesting.
6.
The thing I didn't like about being a driver was the long trips away from home. The garage where I'm working now is just 5 minutes away.
7.
It's different working in an office from working at a college, but I like it. I don't have to correct students' homework.
Activity 5. You'll hear Ms. Patel telling her secretary what she wants her to do today. Listen and number 5 of the activities below from 1 to 5 in the order she talks about them.
Now, first of all, could you call up Mr. Stevens? I'd like to meet him on Friday at 10 a.m. Then I'll need the sales report. Could you finish typing it this morning, please? Don't forget to go to the post office after lunch. I need to send a package to Switzerland. Then perhaps you could call British Airways and try to get me on a flight to Paris on the 16th. See if you can get me a hotel too, will you? Oh, and I won't be able to meet Miss Cairns this afternoon. I've got to go to the airport. Could you call her and tell her? Perhaps she can meet me on Thursday.
Activity 6. Jane is starting a new job in an office. Helen is showing her where things are in the stationery cupboard. Listen and number the correct place in the picture.
The letter paper is here on the second shelf, on the left-hand side, and the envelopes are on the top shelf on the right. You'll find pens next to the letter paper and notebooks on the top shelf on the left-hand side. On the bottom shelf, there are elastic bands and sellotape. The elastic bands are on the right, and the sellotape is on the left.
Activity 7. Listen to people asking where places are in an office block. Each person is at X. Number the correct places. 1.
Where's the coffee bar, please?
It's on the next floor up, at the end of the corridor on the right.
2.
I'm looking for the accounts department.
It's the last door on the right.
3.
Where's the manager's office, please?
It's the first door on the left. 4.
Where's the toilet, please?
It's on the next floor up, the last door on the left, opposite the coffee bar.
5.
Am I on the right floor for Mr. Smith's office?
No, you'll have to go upstairs. It's the office at the top of the stairs on the left.
6.
Where's the stationery store?
There's one upstairs, next to Mr. Smith's office.
7. Which is Miss Randall's office?
It's the second door on the right.
8.
Where's the photocopier, please?
At the end of the corridor on the left.
9.
Where's the post room, please?
Just here, on the right.
Unit 12. Leaving messages. Activity 1. Listen to people ringing an office to ask to speak to someone. The person is not in. Tick what the callers will do. 1.
Could I speak to Miss Cole, please?
She's on another line at the moment. Would you like to wait?
All right.
2.
Mr. Sampson, please.
I'm afraid
Please.
it's a meeting right now. Would you like to leave a message?
Well, is Mr. Day there?
Yes, just a moment.
3.
May I speak to Miss Hennings?
I'm afraid she's not in. Would you like to leave a message?
Well, actually, I wanted to meet her tomorrow at 10. Is she free?
Yes, she is. Your name, please.
4.
Is Mr. Platt in, please?
He's busy right now. Would you like to leave a message?
It's all right. I'll call back this afternoon.
5.
Mrs. Gordon, please.
I'm sorry, she's not here today.
Oh. Then could I speak to Mr. Harper, please?
Yes, just a moment.
6.
I'd like to speak to Mrs. Wilson, please.
She's at a conference at the moment, I'm afraid.
Oh. Could you ask her to call Ted Collins on 467-3445?
Yes, all right.
Unit 12. Job interviews. Activity 1. 1. Listen to 4 people being interviewed for jobs. Tick the correct information below. 1.
And did you go to college?
No, just secondary school.
I see. Now let me tell you a little about the job. We make television sets here and also car radios.
That sounds interesting.
Have you ever worked in a factory?
No, I haven't.
2.
So you went to college in Ireland, did you?
That's right.
Now, most of our guests come from Europe. Do you speak any foreign languages?
I speak a little French and Spanish.
Very good. Have you worked in a hotel before?
I worked in a small hotel for 3 months once in the summer. 3.
Could you tell me about your education?
I left school last month.
I see. Now in this shop we sell mostly to tourists. Do you like meeting people?
Yes, I do.
Good. Have you had any experience working in a shop?
No, I haven't.
4.
And when did you leave college?
I graduated from Ealing Technical College in 1980.
I see. You'll be working in the library. The doctors use the library a lot, and some of the nurses do too.
Fine.
Now, you say you worked in a hospital library in India.
Yes, for 5 years.
Activity 2. You will hear questions from a job interview. Listen and choose the best answer to each question. 1.
What did you do before you came to Europe?
2.
Have you got a driving license?
3.
How many languages can you speak?
4.
How well do you type?
5.
Where did you go to college?
6.
How many years were you at college?
7.
How long were you in your last job?
8.
What was your salary in your last job?